Today we are going to read a haiku. And a haiku is a poem that has 3 lines. And the first line has 5 syllables. So we're gonna go through it and we'll count them out and we'll tap out the syllables of every line, and so that you can get a good idea of what they sound like and what they look like. So the first line has 5 syllables. The second line has 7 syllables, and the last line has 5 syllables. And then we'll count how many syllables in each poem. But a haiku is another type of genre. So let's do a quick picture walk. You can see this first page where the title with the author is. It's very bright. There's lots of colors. You can see we have a snake. There's a big tree, like a big leafy tree. There's some sort of food right here. There's a girl smiling. There's like a hut or a house, another kind of a tree. Even the title of the poem is kind of fun to look at. On this page over here, let me pull my book down just a little bit. Again, you can see that there's lots and lots of colors. They're bright, lots of oranges and reds. Again, the title of the poem is in a different color of bolded text. Over here, we have text features. We have a map, and this is Bolivia. Right here is Ecuador. Right here is Peru. This is the Andes Mountains, which is a mountain range in South America. And then there's a big caption right here that talks about potatoes, and we'll read that caption when we go back through the text and read the text. Then on this page, again, the title of the next poem is bolded with a different color. You can see the picture, very vibrant colors on the picture. And then again, another caption about corn, and we'll read that. And I think that's the last page. Yes, it is. So we're going to go through it. I'm going to stop. We're going to talk about the bolded text, make sure we understand what it is we're reading. So let's begin. America's Sproutings by Pat Mora. Now remember, these are haikus, so they're very, very short. So let's pay attention. Papaya. Chewing your perfume. Now remember, the first line has 5 syllables. Let's see. Chewing your perfume. Yep, 5 syllables. Now the second line should have 7 syllables. Do you count 7? Listen, count on your fingers while I read it. We taste your leafy jungle. Did you count 7? Yum, juicy tropics. The last line should have 3 syllables. So let me read the whole thing again. Listen and count syllables. The title is Papaya. Chewing your perfume. We taste your leafy jungle. Yum, juicy tropics. Now I'm going to read it normal without counting syllables. Papaya. Chewing your perfume. We taste your leafy jungle. Yum, juicy tropics. Now, perfume is a good smell, and tropics is a warm place. Okay, let's try this haiku. Here we go. This one, potato. Remember, it's going to go 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5. So I'm going to read it twice. The first time through, I'm going to read it with the syllables so you can count the syllables slowly. Then I'll read it through regular, okay? So potato. Underground magic. Peel brown bundle, mash pile high. Salt and pepper clouds. Okay, now I'm going to just read it. Potato. Underground magic. Peel brown bundle, mash pile high. Salt and pepper clouds. Look at the illustration. That's awesome. Okay, so peel brown bundle means to take off the skin. Okay, and then over on this side, we're going to read this text feature. So we have a map, and we're going to read more about potatoes. It says, potatoes are native to the Andes Mountains of South America. That means they grow naturally in the Andes Mountains. That's what native means. The second bullet point, potatoes are the world's 6th largest crop after sugarcane, corn, rice, wheat, and cow's milk. So there's farmers all over the world, and potatoes are the world's 6th largest crop. So, and then it tells us the other crops that are bigger than potato crops or potato farms, okay? The third bullet point, in 1995, potatoes became the first vegetable grown in outer space. Isn't that cool? So now we know a little bit more about potatoes, right? Okay, let's go to our third haiku poem. This one's corn. Now remember, I'm going to read it slow so you can count the syllables as I read it. Should be 5, 7, 5. Let's try it. Corn. Here we go. Count. Leaves. Sprout. Silk snug house. Smell grits. Tortillas. Cornbread. Pass the butter, please. Okay, now I'm going to just read it regular. Corn. Leaves sprout silk snug house. Smell grits, tortillas, cornbread. Pass the butter, please. So did you count those? It should have been 5, then 7, then 5. Okay, so a silk snug house is a soft place for the corn to grow. So leaves sprout, a soft place for the corn to grow is silk snug house. Grits, if you've never had grits, it's cereal made of corn. It kind of reminds me of like cream of wheat. It's kind of got a gritty texture too. And then tortillas, we've all had tortillas, thin round pieces of bread made of corn. And then on this side we have a text feature. Oh, but let me point out the illustration first. You can see in the illustration, look, here's the sprout, right? And inside the corn is, or inside of this is the corn. I don't know. Oh, this is probably the grits. Right here, they're eating grits. These boys are eating tortillas, right? And then pass the butter. Okay, let's read this text feature. More about corn. In the 1600s, Native Americans made hills of soil where they planted corn seeds. Now we know that soil is a type of dirt that's good for growing plants. And then seeds are obviously the little pieces that we put into the ground. Pueblo Indians of the southwestern United States planted corn of various colors, including blue corn. So various means many different. So they planted many different colors of corn. Today, the starch from corn is used to make things like crayons and chalk. So the starch is just one part. So today, one part of the corn, the starch, is used to make things like crayons and chalk. Okay? So that is the end of our haiku poem.